I'm Heather, and I'm the director and producer of For the Record, a documentary about a struggling small town newspaper, and it is screening here tonight at the University of Oregon. I think the best stories are good because of the people who are in them, and so I feel like rather than tell a story or make a film about an issue, a political issue or a social issue, I'd much rather tell a story about people and how they are affected by the bigger issues. She was one of my mentors. Her name's Julia Reichert. She was a very accomplished documentary filmmaker for, close to 50 years. And she won an Academy Award in 2020. Yeah, that was her last film. It was called American Factory. I would have loved to have collaborated with her and worked with her, but she passed away a couple of years ago. But she, I was lucky enough to be her mentee. Yeah, I would say that I'm most inspired by kind of the pioneers of cinema verite filmmaking, or direct cinema, whatever you want to call it. Basically, it's observational cinema, where you are try to be as unobtrusive as possible, like a fly on the wall, and sort of film things as they happen. And so, kind of the pioneers of that were the Maysles brothers and D.A. Pennebaker. But that has evolved, over time. So to be much more inclusive and diverse than the early filmmakers. So, and also human interest always is how I try to approach films, basically following people, real people, normal people. I'm not interested in celebrity docs or true crime or any of that. I think at its core, it's still very much the same to how I always made documentaries before. Before as in like going all the way back to my first documentary, which I finished in 2000. So anyway, I think like my approach is still pretty much the same, to be as unobtrusive as possible, to follow people's lives, have it be about issues, but issues are in the background, not in the foreground. And also working with collaborators as co-directors too, because I think it's very important to bring more voices into the directing process, so you get a more diverse viewpoint and a more full perspective.